Hello and welcome to this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. I'm Jessica Marksbury, joined today in our Lower Manhattan studio by Golf.com's Sean Zock. Tiger Woods withdrew in Dubai after a first-round 77, and Sean, it looks like his back is acting up again. Now, we're not sure if his play is what caused the spasms. We're not sure what his future is going to be going forward. What do we make of this? Will we see Tiger Woods playing competitive golf again?
I think we'll see him. I think he's committed to the process of actually getting in tournament rounds, but unfortunately he only got one tournament round in halfway across the world. I think for him, he's got to consider that a loss, really, a lost time, a lost amount of practice. I think when you look at what he did compared to the rest of the guys in the field, a guy like Sergio, a Tiger rival throughout the years, he goes out and wins the event. Tiger is so many levels below a guy like that right now. It makes you think, can Tiger even contend with some of the best players out there in the world?
We were certainly really bullish about his prospects in competitive golf after seeing what he did at the Hero, leading the field in birdies, 24 birdies, right? I mean, that was only a couple months ago. Then we see what happens at Torrey Pines, a miscut. Although he did have an even par round in the second round, seemed like things were clicking a little bit more. But then a 77, that just kind of seems to derail any momentum that he had gained at Torrey. And no birdies, as you said. This is not the golf I think Tiger was hoping to play to prepare himself for the major championship season.
Yeah, he's kind of back to square one as far as his actual competitive golf goes. He hasn't made it easy on himself. He goes back to play Torrey, U.S. Open course. The South course will beat any golfer up. It's not easy. Flies across the world, flies commercial to get one round in Dubai. Now he's flying back. He's going to play at Riviera, another really difficult course.
Where he hasn't had much success in the past.
Exactly.
Right?
So it's back to square one for Tiger Woods. And whether he likes it or not, like, he might have to get a couple easier courses into his schedule. We just have never seen him do that before.
The question is now, though, is he really healthy? We never seem to know. It always seems to be a question mark with Tiger. He says one thing and does another. Brandel Chambly seems to think if Tiger doesn't change his swing, his career is over. What are your thoughts on what we can expect from him physically going forward?
Yeah, you said it's always a question. We hear back spasms, and anything related to Tiger's back scares the heck out of anybody in the golf world. But it's back spasms. So is that different than the nerve that he had to have in his vertebrae that was causing him immense pain? Like
he seems to think they're different, right?
Yeah, exactly. So he thinks these things are not very independent of each other. We don't really know anything what Tiger says to be absolute fact. So it's hard to say. And I think Brandel points to the swing as the source of all of Tiger's problems. It's part of it, but Tiger's changed his swing. So I think maybe taking an easier route, taking some easier golf courses, some easier tournaments, maybe some less prominent fields. Tiger, maybe take a step back before you take 3 steps forward.
Of course, the whole point of this busy schedule that Tiger Woods is putting himself through at the moment is to prepare for Augusta, the one place, right, where we really feel like if he's going to make a comeback in a major championship, it's going to happen at the Masters. The jury's still out on that, but let's look forward to some players that we really think could be favorites at Augusta National. First and foremost in my mind at the moment, and I'm sure in the mind of every golf fan, Hideki Matsuyama. Sean, you and I have been talking about this guy. He is on fire. Is he unstoppable? Is he the #1 favorite at this point?
Right now, he is the #1 favorite, because if you look at the other guys who we would consider favorites, Spieth and McIlroy and Day, none of those guys have won a tournament really in dominant fashion in the way that Matsuyama has been playing. The guy has made golf robotic. He has turned what was a real woe in his game, his putting, into more of an average aspect of his game. Now, he's not a great putter, but it was good enough for him to win because he's so great as a ball striker, so great off the tee. He's made that part of his game machine-like. And if he allows himself to putt pretty well, he's going to be in the top 5 every single week.
I'm wondering, can you win at Augusta National if you're not having a phenomenal putting week? We've seen Rory McIlroy have some good finishes, right? It's the one major championship he needs for the career Grand Slam, and yet, when his putting has just been marginal, you're never going to get to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I don't think you can win without having a great putting week. And we see one of the best putters in the game, Jordan Spieth, has excelled when his ball striking has not been great at Augusta National because his flat stick has been so on fire. Now, Hideki, 2 top 10s at Augusta in his last 2 trips there. So the guy has shown he can get his way to the greens. He just needs to make those 15-foot, those 12-foot birdie putts, those kind of things that jump you up the leaderboard and at least force the issue and force you into the top 2 or top 3.
Well, Sean, Hideki certainly has all the ingredients required for a major championship victory, and now he's top 5 in the world. So we'll look forward to seeing if Hideki can make good on those promises and perhaps win his first major championship this year. Sean, thank you so much for your time and insight. Thank you all for joining us on this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. We'll see you right back here next week.